So in this video, I asked the question, why is there right and wrong? And this is the third video, the final video, in which I offer positive evidence for the reality of God. And the evidence in this video is our perception of the moral law. Now, this is, I think, a very powerful argument for most people who believe in God. This is one of the more powerful ones. And it's because the moral law seems as real to us as Niagara Falls. And it also seems impossible to reject the moral law in practical terms. People just seem incapable of living amorally. So practically speaking, it's not really possible to just reject the moral law. In fact, even the choice to reject the moral law is actually acknowledgement, because it shows that you think there's a better way, something right or more right in the way you should live your life than another way. So it doesn't even seem possible to reject it. This argument, I think, shows how belief in the end is a choice. I choose to believe that my deep intuition, my deep perception about ultimate reality, that there is such a thing as the moral law that I'm obligated to, is in fact real. And I accept the necessary metaphysical justification for this, which is God. The atheists, on the other hand, they will choose to believe, or a lot of them, I think, will choose to believe that this moral law, in any sort of absolute sense, in a transcendent sense anyway, is an illusion. Not all atheists, but many atheists will choose to believe that their perception is wrong, that it's just an illusion. And there's really no arbiter between my view and that view. Now, are there any defeaters to this argument? Well, one of the common misperceptions, I think, is that because there are all sorts of different moral codes throughout history, that would be some kind of a defeater, but that's not really the case. Just any acknowledgement of right and wrong at all will do for this, to serve as a premise for this argument. And also, it's not really true anyway that the moral codes have been vastly different through history. You will not find a society in which murder and theft and adultery and violence are celebrated and ennoblized among the citizens toward other citizens. I don't think you'll find a civilization like this. Most of the moral codes have been pretty consistent in at least their foundational laws. Now, another defeater is the moral insight that we have. Hasn't that come from evolution? So if it evolved, then doesn't that mean it really doesn't tell us anything about objective reality? And the answer is, I think, of course, that really doesn't work. My eye also has evolved, but it doesn't mean that the shape that I see in say a basketball is only in my eye. Don't we believe that the shape is actually part of the intrinsic reality of the basketball itself, and my eye has simply evolved to detect it? So there's no reason that believing that evolution has delivered to us in some way our moral insight rules out that this reality we detect with our moral eye is not objectively real. If you don't agree, or you have a different opinion, or you think I've said something wrong, as always, I'd love to hear from you in the comments section.